Hello and welcome back. I am so excited for today's card because it is around the theme Christmas, and Christmas cards are my most favorite. Today we are going to learn few red and green cards. Let's start with the first one. The first one concentrates around a very new technique, and I was actually using this for the first time in this video. So, I will be using some craft angles reactive foils. Now, friends, I don't own any laminating machine, so I will be using the reactive foils with my double sided tape. So, if you're someone who does not have a laminating machine like me, but you would like to use some reactive foils on your project, this is the way to go for it. I think there are more methods, and when I start eventually digging a little more with reactive foils, I'll come up with more videos. But for now, I have the easiest technique. Put your double sided tape in any width. I have three widths here. One is 1/8 of an inch, one is 1/4 of an inch, and I think one is half of an inch. Put it in the pattern you want it to be. Then peel off the backing paper. Put your reactive foil on the exposed sticky side of the double sided tape. You can probably rub it with your hand or a bone folder for some time, and then you just peel off that particular reactive foil. And tada! You are done. For today, I am using a black cardstock. This is the Craftangles charcoal black cardstock, and I am using three colors of reactive foils. One is in the color blue, one is in the color red, and one is in the color rose gold. I'm sorry, not red, in the color green and rose gold. So blue, green, rose gold. As you can see, if you have missed certain points, not to worry, you can go back because the sticky side of the double sided tape is still exposed. So you can just rub the foil color again and you will get a seamless finish. After the blue reactive foil, I am going in with the rose gold, and I think this is such a pretty color. It's like rose gold and champagne gold. It's in between. So I think that really gives a very interesting look for Christmas cards. It's not a very traditional Christmassy color, but it sings very well with Christmas. You know what I mean? Do you? I hope you do. Anyway, now I am finishing the last thin sticky tape with some green reactive foils, and the background is almost done. It was that easy, you know. Now I am peeling off my card base from my glass mat, and the background is totally done. I just have to add my elements and start decorating the card. Love that shiny finish. To decorate my card, I am going to use the Craftangles Merry Christmas stamp set. This is a 4x4 stamp set, and it has a adorable Santa Claus on it. I have colored and stuck my Santa Claus in the middle of the card panel with some foam tape, and I have stamped the sentiment from the same stamp set using some black ink, and I am popping that as well with some double-sided foam tape. To bring out more of the rose goldy color, I am adding some drops using the Rangers liquid pearls in the color rose gold. Now my entire card panel goes onto a white note card, and that's it. My card is ready, and we have a very cute Christmassy card with a Santa Claus. Oh, something that I forgot to mention. The Santa Claus is stamped with some Memento black ink, and it is colored with my alcohol markers. Moving on to the second card, I am so excited to showcase this one because it's so different from my usual style. Today we are going to make a slimline card, and to start with my slimline card, I have got this dark green card base, and I'm going to heat emboss my sentiment with some gold embossing powder. This beautiful sentiment is from the Craftangles Holly Jolly Christmas stamp set. This is again a 4x4 stamp set. Now, a few of you who are new into card making may ask, what is a slimline card? So, a slimline card is different in size from a basic card. A basic card or an A2 size card is 4 and 1/4 by 5.5 inches. Whereas a slimline card is 3.5 by 8.5 inches. So you understand it's more like a bar than more of a squarish card. And I think nowadays we have mini slimlines as well. I've not really created any mini slimline cards, but I'm really excited to try them out. Now, slimline cards are one of my favorite kinds to make scene cards, but today I'm really excited because this is not a scene card and yet I'm making a slimline card, right? And I think it looks really rich when you create a slimline card. Now, to give more depth to my card panel, I'm just blending some black, generic VersaFine black ink on the edges of my green cardstock. And to make it feel more Christmassy and snowy, I'm going to just splatter some white paint drops onto my card base. And I will also manipulate a few drops. We can never have perfect drops, so I have to manipulate them. So I'm just taking that same paintbrush and just creating small splatters or drops wherever I want them to be. Now for the main image of the card, I'm going for that candle image from the same stamp set, and I'm going to gold heat emboss it as well. So I'm stamping it on some white cardstock with some Versamark ink, which is a transparent sticky ink. And then I'm using some Lawn Fawn gold embossing powder and heat setting it. I'm again coloring the image with my alcohol markers, but I had to be very careful to not go very vibrant with these colors. I wanted it to be really subtle and light colors because the background dark deep green is kind of the hero of my card. So I wanted an element, but I really wanted it soft. So I'm keeping the colors very subtle. I'm only kind of coloring the centers of the circles and the red cherries around. So to give that faded look, I have added some color in the center, but I am dragging it with my colorless blender. So there's concentrated color that is fading out towards the edges of the leaves and the flowers. Similarly, for the ornament which is in the center, I am only coloring the edge of the ornament and I'm keeping the center kind of faded. So though there is color and it's a little vibrant, it's not very pastel, but still it's not in the eye and the background of the card is shining through it. I have fuzzy cut my candle and I have stuck it directly on the card base with some foam adhesives, and that's it. The card is done. I've also added some clear drops by Ranger. It's called the Morning Dew. Yes, it's called the Morning Dew to give a little more texture and interest. And our card is done, and I think this is one of the most favorite projects. I won't commit to that yet, but yes, I really like this one. Now for the last card. As I had told you earlier, we're going to have a red and green theme going on today. So we've got a red and green kind of card. We've got a green card. Now we need a pure red card. Because I admit without red it doesn't feel like Christmas. So I've got a rich red craft angles cardstock cut into the A2 size of a card base, that is 4 and 1/4 by 5.5, and I'm just giving some depth to the edges with VersaFine Onyx Black ink as well as Lawn Fawn Raspberry ink. And I'm just using my ink blending tool to give that depth effect like I did for the previous card. Actually, this card is very similar to the previous card. In that one also I splattered some white paint. For this one I'm going to splatter some gold paint, and I'm also going to manipulate some of the paint drops like I did earlier. Okay, now my card base is ready. For the element of my card, I have stamped this holly stamp. I don't remember which stamp set is this from. I think it is again from the Merry Christmas Craft Angle stamp set, but it's a very generic holly image. I've colored it with my alcohol markers and I'm just going to fuzzy cut it out. The main hero element, apart from the card base of course, is the candy cane in the center. Now I'm not going to use any stamped images, but I'm going to use the stencil by Craft Angles.
This is the Craft Angles Christmas Element Stencil, and I think this stencil is so versatile, and I can make so many projects out of this one stencil. At least I can think of so many projects. I am just using some Lawn Fawn Yeti ink, which is a white pigment ink, for one angled stencil. And then what I'm going to do is I'm first going to clean the stencil and reverse it. I'm going to stencil it from the other end so that I get a mirror image of the same candy cane angling to the other side. I'm going to quickly give it a dry before I work any further, because I don't want to smudge anything today for any of these cards. If you've seen my previous videos, you know every video I have some kind of accident. Most of the times I smudge ink, but this time I was determined not to make any mistakes. For the sentiment, I am using the Holly Jolly Christmas stamp set again and heat setting it with gold embossing powder again. Christmas for me is red, gold, and green. You can take that for an answer. That's why a lot of gold on my projects. Anyway, once my sentiment is heat set, I'm going to give it a quick rub because that anti-static powder leaves a white kind of after finish. You can still see it, but I'm going to clean it later once my project is over and I'm off camera. Finally, I'm adding that holly that we colored and fuzzy cut in the center of the candy cane, attaching my card panel on a white note card, giving it a quick trim because I think the panel was not aligned. Not to worry, you can just trim off the note card, right? Lastly, I'm adding some Nuvo Morning Dew drops over here, which dries clear. It's going to give a water droplet kind of look, and I think that looks so interesting and adds a new texture to your card. And that's it. The last card for today is over. We created a red card, we created a green card, and we created a red and green card. I hope you loved the cards today, or at least it inspires you to try out these techniques. I am so excited to make more Christmassy cards for the future. For more inspiration, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. You can follow me on Instagram as well at kenchi.school. Bye!